Histin News Daily is your go-to podcast for a daily dose of history. Each episode dives into significant events, births, and deaths that occurred on this day in history. From pivotal moments in world history to intriguing anecdotes about famous figures, we bring the past to life in an engaging and informative format. I'm Chris Bernard. Stay informed and entertained with new episodes released every day, keeping you connected to history regularly. March 11th has been a significant day throughout history, marked by a variety of events across different fields such as politics, science, the arts, and sports. Here are 15 detailed events that occurred on this date. 222 The Roman Emperor Elagabalus is assassinated, along with his mother, Julia Soaemias, by the Praetorian Guard during a rebellion. Their mutilated bodies were dragged through the streets of Rome before being thrown into the Tiber. 1702 The Daily Courant, England's first national daily newspaper, is published for the first time. It was a single page with 2 columns, founded by Elizabeth Mallet. 1811 During the Peninsular War, a French force under the command of Marshal Michel Ney fought the Battle of Redinha against a British-Portuguese army under Sir William Beresford, contributing to the larger French strategic withdrawal from Portugal. 1861 The Constitution of the Confederate States of America is adopted. This document governed the operations of the Confederacy until its dissolution at the end of the American Civil War. 1888 The Great Blizzard of 1888 began in the northeastern United States, leading to severe weather conditions that would last until March 14 and result in over 400 deaths. 1918 The Spanish flu pandemic began, with the first observed cases reported at Camp Funston, Kansas, marking the start of one of the deadliest natural disasters in human history. 1931 Ready for Labor and Defense of the USSR, abbreviated as GTO, is introduced in the Soviet Union. It was a physical culture program designed to improve the health, readiness, and performance of citizens. 1941 World War II President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Lend-Lease Act into law, providing military aid to any country whose defense was considered vital to the United States. 1958 Ghazi of Iraq, king of the Hashemite Kingdom of Iraq, dies in a mysterious car crash, leading to questions about possible assassination. His death brought his young son, King Faisal II, to the throne. 1977 More than 130 hostages held in Washington, D.C., by Hanafi Muslim gunmen are freed after ambassadors from 3 Islamic nations join the negotiations. 1985 Mikhail Gorbachev is named the General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, marking the beginning of a new era of leadership and eventual reform in the USSR with policies like glasnost and perestroika. 1990 Lithuania declares its independence from the Soviet Union, becoming the first Baltic state to break away, leading to a series of declarations of independence by other Soviet republics. 2004 Madrid train bombings. Simultaneous explosions on rush-hour trains in Madrid, Spain, killed 191 people and injured more than 2,000. The attacks are linked to al-Qaeda-inspired militants. 2011 A magnitude 9.0 earthquake strikes off the coast of Tohoku, Japan, triggering a massive tsunami and leading to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster, one of the worst nuclear accidents in history. 2013 Pope Francis is elected as the 266th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, becoming the first Pope from the Americas and the first from the Southern Hemisphere. These events reflect the breadth of human experience, from tragedy and natural disasters to significant political shifts and advancements in human rights. Uncover lesser-known facts and intriguing anecdotes about historical events and figures that may surprise and inspire you. By engaging with history on a daily basis, you'll develop a stronger connection to the world and its rich tapestry of events and personalities. You can find Histin News Daily on popular podcast platforms like Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Subscribe today to start your journey through history, one day at a time. I'm Chris Bernard. Thank you for listening to our Daily Today in History podcast. Remember to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on YouTube for updates, behind-the-scenes content, and discussions about history's impact on our world today. Be sure to tune in tomorrow and find out more today in history.